to the exciting part for those of us who are in the marketing world. We're going to talk about influence. Is influence important to anyone in this room? Show of hands.
Absolutely.
Is it important to everyone in this room? Of course it is. And I want to hear you guys. This is a two-way street. This is about both of us getting what we need. So I want to hear from you. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to interrupt me, because this is about you. It's about you. And guess what? Making it about you is going to get me what I want, because that's part of the law. That's part of what the Go-Giver is about. So let's define influence. The influence is the ability to move a person to a desired action, usually toward a specific goal. So what kind of influence do we like to have in our life, in our marketing world? Because all of us are marketers. We want people to act now. We want them to buy. We want them to join our mailing list, right? We want them to publish my news release, subscribe to my newsletter, like my post. We want these, right? We want that affirmation. So we need to know how to get people to take action as marketers. And most of us, unfortunately, are really bad at this. And why? Why do those of us who work in a profession where 98% of the time we can fail, that's the industry standard. If you send out a mailing and you get a 2% response rate, that's considered a success. 98% of the people we contacted didn't care at all about what we had to say, and we consider that a success. Ouch, would you go to a surgeon who killed 98 of the 100 people that went to him? 98 out of 100? I don't think so. So I truly believe that by implementing the laws of stratospheric success that are in this book, this wonderful book by Bob Berg and John David Mann, that we can stratospherically boost our response rates, increase our influence, and really get what we want out of our target audiences. We can influence them to take the actions we want them to take, okay? So how do we do that? So influence, again, it's the ability to move a person to a desired action, usually toward a specific goal that we know what we want them to do, right? So the third law of stratospheric success is your influence is determined by how abundantly you place other people's interests first. It's not about us, right? How many people threw away every piece of mail you got? You opened the mailbox, you got a stack of whatever, none of which interested you, and you threw it all away without opening it. So that was a complete failure of influence, right? That was a complete waste of money. That was a waste of resources and a waste of time. How many of us can really afford that? I don't think any of us can. Not anymore, not nowadays. So how do we integrate this into what we do as marketers? One thing you've probably all heard is we need to sell benefits. We need to sell benefits and not features. Can anyone tell me what a feature is? Tell me how you personally define what is a feature. Anyone like to share? Anybody brave enough to share? Okay, I'll tell you what I think a feature is. Now, a feature is something that is, it's a characteristic, an inherent characteristic of our product or our service. It doesn't change. It's objectively measurable, okay? For example, objectively speaking, the features of this product, it's 132 pages long, it has a red cover, it has standard binding, we already know who the authors are. It's a book. It's 6 inches by 9 inches, it weighs about 6 ounces. Do any of you care? No. You're not going to buy this book because of the color of the cover. You're not going to buy this book because of how much it weighs. You're going to buy this book because of what it can do for you. What's in it for you? That is the question that most of us as marketers fail to answer for many of the people we're trying to reach. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? That's the world's favorite radio station, WIIFM. What's in it for me, right? And when we don't answer that question, what do we get? We get nothing. We get our materials thrown in the trash because we made it about us. We didn't make it about our target audience. We didn't make it about the individual we're trying to persuade, the individual we're trying to influence.